Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum class. Welcome to the Radiant Secondary School. Class, as we know that we are discussing about the chapter number 4, that is the environment and feeding relationships. Class, we have discussed about the major topics of this chapter. Now we are going towards another topic, that is factors causing changes in a habitat. In this topic, we will look at which factors are responsible for causing the changes in a habitat of an organisms. So class, let's come towards the topic. Factors causing changes in a habitat. Class, in the very first lecture, we have discussed about habitat. We have discussed that what is basically habitat. So, habitat is basically a place. It is basically a place where an animal or a plant lives and reproduce. This place is known as the habitat. And we have also discussed that habitat provides everything that an animal needs for its survival. For example, animal needs food, water, air, shelter for its survival. So habitat basically it provides everything that an animal needs. But today we are going to discuss about what factors are responsible for causing the changes in a habitat of an animal. So there are variety of factors that are responsible for causing the changes in a habitat. These factors are the sunlight, number 2 temperature, third one is water, fourth one is migration. And there may be some natural disasters that may be responsible for causing the changes in a habitat of an animal or a plant. And these natural disasters, they may be flood, it may be drought, it may be lightning, or it may be earthquakes. So basically, these all are the factors that are responsible for causing the changes in a habitat. If these factors they will going to increase or decrease, it will affect the number of population in a habitat. So as you can see here, we have discussed in the very first lecture of this chapter that our ecosystem is basically composed of two components. The first one is the biotic component and the second one is the abiotic component. Biotic components are the living components of an ecosystem. As you can see here, the animal and the plants are the biotic or the living components of an ecosystem. And there are also some abiotic components that are present in an ecosystem. For example, air, wind, gases, light, sun, temperature, and water. So these all abiotic components, they have a very important effect on the living components of an ecosystem. If these abiotic factors they will going to change, then it will affect the habitat of an animal. Okay, how these can affect the habitat of an animal, now we are going to look at it. For example, let's consider the first factor, that is the sunlight. So sunlight is the major factor that is responsible for causing the changes in a habitat of an animal. So we know that sun is the basic source of energy. We all can derive the energy directly or indirectly from the sun. Sun is the basic source of energy on this planet Earth. Sun gives us energy in the form of heat and light. And this light energy, it is captured by the or used by the plants to make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Plants they capture the light energy and they prepare their own food. That's why they are known as the producers, as we have discussed. And these plants, they are then eaten by the animals and humans. Animals and humans, they will eat these plants. So it means that animals and humans, they depend directly or indirectly on plants for the food, and plants are dependent on the sun for the energy. So, if the plants, they will receive the normal amount of the sunlight, they can prepare the normal food, and then these plants, these are eaten by the animals and the humans. But class, when in a habitat, the light intensity, it will begin to decrease. What will happen? The plants, they did not get the proper amount of the light for making of their food. So when they will not get the proper amount of the light for food, what will happen? The population of the plants, it will begin to decrease. Their population will begin to decrease in that types of the habitat. So when plants population, it will begin to decrease, the animals and humans that are dependent on the plants for their food, they will also begin to decrease in that type of habitat. So it means that sunlight is a major factor that is responsible for causing the changes in a habitat of an animal. नॉर्मल सन है तो प्लांट्स दे कैन प्रिपेयर देयर नॉर्मल फूड, और प्लांट्स को फिर ईट करेंगे एनिमल्स एंड ह्यूमंस. बट इन केस अगर लाइट इंटेंसिटी डिक्रीज हो जाती है, then it cause the decrease in the population of plants. So when there will be decrease in the population of plants, the animals and humans that are dependent on the plants, they will also begin to decrease. Now come towards another factor that is also responsible for causing the changes in the habitat is temperature. So now we are going to look at the effect of temperature on two types of habitat. The first one is the land habitat and the second one is the aquatic habitat. So in case of the land habitat, the major feature is land. It may be the grassland habitat, it may be the desert habitat, it may be rainforest as we have discussed in the very first lecture. So in case of aquatic habitat, as we know, the word aqua means water. So aquatic habitat is basically that type of the habitat that is having the water. For example, we have the pond habitat. Pond habitat is having the water. Now we are looking at the effect of temperature on these two types of the habitat. So, class, what will happen when the temperature will increase, suddenly increase or decrease? Then what will happen? It will cause the less population. It will cause the decrease in the population of that type of the habitat. जब टेम्परेचर सडनली इंक्रीज या डिक्रीज होगा, then animals, they are unable to adapt themselves according to the temperature. So their population, it will begin to decrease in that type of the habitat. But in case if we have the normal temperature, then they can tolerate a normal temperature. Animals and plants, they can tolerate a normal temperature. So when there will be normal temperature, the more population will be there. But in case of the sudden increase or the decrease in the temperature, the population of the organisms, it will begin to decrease. Now look at the effect of temperature on the aquatic habitat. So basically, during the high temperature, when there will be more temperature in water habitat, what will happen? The less oxygen will be dissolved in water. In the warm water, less oxygen will be present. So when there will be less oxygen, it means that aquatic animals, water animals and plants, they will not get the proper amount of the oxygen for their breathing. So when they will not get the proper amount of oxygen, they will begin to die. It means their population will begin to decrease. In case of more temperature, because the warm water, it will contain the less amount of the oxygen. So when there will be less oxygen, the animals, so water animals that are present here, they can't breathe properly. So when they will not breathe properly, they will begin to die. So in this case, the population of that type of the animal, it will begin to decrease. Now come towards, if the temperature of aquatic habitat is normal. In case of normal temperature, it means the normal amount of oxygen is present here, and the aquatic animals, they can get the normal amount of oxygen for the breathing. So there will be more life. In case of normal oxygen, there will be more life in the aquatic habitat, because the aquatic animals, they will get the proper amount of oxygen for the breathing. Now come towards another factor, that is the water. Class, as we know that water is very essential for life. We can't survive without water. So water is our basic necessity. So now we look at how the, if the water will begin to decrease, what will the effect on the habitat. So as we know that when there will be more water, there will be more life, because water is very essential for us. So let's consider the example of life of a pond. As we have already discussed, that pond is basically the aquatic habitat. Aquatic habitat means it is having the water. So when the pond, it will contains the more amount of water, then the aquatic life, the water animals and plants, they will found in abundant, because they need the water for their survival. So when there will be more water, you can notice here, the more amount of the living organisms will be present here, the more amounts of the water animals, plants and microorganisms will be present here. So water is very important factor, that if water concentrate, if water will begin to decrease, the number of animals or the plants, they will also begin to decrease. Now come towards another factor, that is the migration. Migration is basically the movement of an organism from one place to another place. So, what will happen during the migration? The new individuals, they arrive in a habitat. They arrive in the habitat. So, when they will arrive, it will cause the increase in the population of that type of habitat. As you can see here in this picture, the zebras, they basically migrate from their original habitat to the new habitat. So basically, class, zebras migrate for the resources. When they not found the proper amount of resources in their original habitat, when animals, they did not find the proper amount of resources, for example food, water, air and shelter in their original habitat, they will leave that place. So when they will leave that place, they will come to an other area, they will arrive into the new area, and when they will come towards the new area, they will cause the increase in the population of that type of habitat. For example, you can see here the migratory birds. Now come towards the natural disasters. As we have discussed, that natural disasters, they are also responsible for causing the change in the habitat of an animal. And these natural disasters, they may be, it may be drought. So basically what happens during the drought? It is basically a period when an area, when an area receives the no rain for a long period of time. When there will be no rain for a long period of time, then it is a It is a period which is known as the drought. So what will happen during the drought? Basically, the soil it becomes barren, as you can see here. It means the soil, it will not be productive, it will not be fertile. So the crops, we can't grow crops in such type of the soil. So as we have discussed that it is the period, drought is a period when there will be no rain for a long period of time. So when there will be no rain, it means there will be no water. There will be no water in ponds that are present in these area. So when there will be no water in the ponds, so what will happen? The water animals and the plants that are present in a ponds, they will begin to die. And some animals, they will also begin to die due to the shortage of water, or some move to another place or another habitat that is safer for them. So we can say that drought is a very important factor that causes the change in the population of habitat. So now come towards another factor, that is the flood. So basically what happens during the flood, when the flood will occur, basically when an area when an area gets a lot of rain for a long period of time. So a condition is occur which is known as the flood. So when an area it will receive a rain for a long period of time. So basically the flood, during the flood, many animals and plants they will die. Some animals and plants they die, and some animals they will move from that area, they will move from the floody habitat to that type of the to another type of safer habitat. Now come towards another natural disasters, that is lightning. So now we looked at how the lightning it will cause the change in the habitats of an animal or a plant. So basically class, what will happen during the thunderstorm? Lightning strikes a forest. When lightning strikes a forest, it will cause a forest fires. So when forest fires occurs, the plants and the forest it will begin to they are it will begin to burn and destroyed. Many animals die during the lightning, and some animals they leave that place immediately and they will move to the safer place to prevent themselves from the harmful effect of the lightning. So lightning is a very important natural disaster that brings the change in the population of the habitat. So the last one is the earthquakes. So what are earthquakes basically? Earthquakes are the sudden shocks of the earth's surface. It is the sudden shocks of the earth's surface. When the sudden shocks occurred, it will destroy a large numbers of animals and plants that are present here. So immediately it will destroy the large number of plants and animals. So it will also cause a change in the habitat of an animals or plants. So class, we have discussed in today's lecture the major factors that are responsible for causing the changes in a habitat of an animal. So now it come towards an end. Thank you. I hope you will understand this lecture.